Hi, Terronald. Welcome to your private reading. We're going to first focus on your finances and career, and then we'll move on to love and romance. All right, so yes, I shuffled and cut the cards already. Okay. So I'm almost feeling like you've developed a new skill, and for whatever reason, this is something that you're just now working with, something that has to do with maybe sales or communications or such like speaking or writing. But there's something that you're going back and forth with. Like there is some instability here. And I feel like you need to make some sort of decision, or you're about to make an important decision, but you're worried that you're going to make a foolish decision because of the finances. I guess you're wondering, will it be enough to sustain your lifestyle, or will it be sustainable? Because I see instability in your thoughts. Also, I feel like maybe you've been having this conversation with someone over and over again. Just being really open. Now, too, I know we're talking about your career. This might show up again in a love reading, but there's a possibility that you may have to decide between two people, like you've been juggling a couple of people, and now the time has come to choose one. But there is a level of underdevelopment when it comes to this skill of communicating or speaking or writing. I don't know if you're coming off too harsh or too brash, or if you're not speaking up, you're not saying enough. But because we're talking about the Page of Swords here, it has to do with some form of communication. Now, also, this could be talking about someone who is a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. And for whatever reason, they're tied into your career and or love life. It could be someone who is complaining about finances. Now, with the Nine of Wands here, so starting off is just showing me, you know, that you are having some doubts or kind of being insecure about certain things that you have to do. Like you feel like you've gone through a lot, and it's like you're almost at the finish line, but there's more to come. So you're not believing in some sort of skill that you have. Like maybe there is some other skill that you've been thinking about developing, but you're not trusting it just yet. And it may have something to do with creativity. Again, we have another page here. And you're not trusting your intuition. Like it's speaking to you, but you're like, I don't know, but what about this and what about that? And I feel like you're kind of also building excuses around you. I feel like you're being very like overly cautious before proceeding. I do feel like you're going to move forward with it. It's just that you're being too cautious, too doubtful. Because I feel maybe like you're really emotionally tied into your work. Like maybe you're really passionate about it, or this other thing, or this other skill that you have, you're very passionate about it, but you're not really putting it to use. I see a lot of things coming. There's going to be a lot of things happening, rather. I feel like you're going to be talking about a lot of things or writing about a lot of things. The Eight of Wands is about a lot of expression going on. Now, too, you might start to receive a lot of messages from someone asking you to do, I don't know, share your gift, or someone's expressing something to you, expressing an interest. It could also be that you have to take on some sort of junior position. And maybe that's why you have doubts about it. Because you see yourself as someone who is fully established, who has his own, who has the luxury vehicles, who likes to show off, who's very proud of your possessions. I feel like you're a very mature person when it comes to your finances. I feel like you may come off older than you are, only because when it comes to finances, because you're just responsible and routine. And I feel like you know that there is a big change coming, like you can see it is happening. And there is about to be a major change in your life, or a major shift. This is a part of your journey, because the wheel of fate is now turning. This is a major window of opportunity opening up for you as well. I don't know if you're thinking about traveling. You may get the opportunity to travel. In June, it does look like you are headed somewhere, possibly north, or east, or northeast. But I feel like you are possibly going to take some sort of trip. Now, if you don't take a trip, I don't know, someone may be visiting you. There is, let's see here. I just want to make sure if you are you Aries or Taurus? I know I should know that by heart, but certain birthdays I just always I get confused. Okay, so you are Taurus. Yeah. All right, and so I don't know who this fire sign is. Could be Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. And this person, they can also be someone who either appears older than they are, or they are actually someone that is like in their 40s or older. It's a very dominating person. They may even be like their own boss. But there is something that's coming to an end. There is some sort of loss or like mourning of some sort. It doesn't necessarily have to be the loss of someone, but more so like the loss of finances, especially with it being next to the Pentacles, which can represent finances. It could also be someone falling ill, or this can be just overall some sort of loss of communication with someone, like no longer being on speaking terms. But I do feel like something's coming to an end. It could be a position that you're holding, or your home, but because I do see the traveling thing, but you're going to follow your intuition. You're like, I feel like I need to go in this direction, and you're right, you should, because it's part of your journey. The Six of Swords is also about being guided by your spiritual guides, by your inner voice. So I do see you headed in some sort of direction, but at the same time, it does look like you may suffer from some sort of loss. And this is some sort of abandonment or feeling like you're displaced or don't know where to go or where to turn. But I do see you seeking refuge and just kind of keeping to yourself. I don't know if you're going to have to stay in someone's basement or someone else's home, but you're kind of taking a time out, and I see you doing a lot of praying and meditating and asking, where is this going? Where is this taking me? And just kind of keeping your thoughts private to yourself. Now come July, I feel like you're going to be dealing with some sort of codependent relationship, or codependent business relationship, or becoming obsessed with something. The devil is about some sort of codependency or addiction. It can be an addiction to your job. It can be an addiction to drugs or alcohol. It can be an addiction to sex. But I'm feeling like this is more so having something to do with something that affects either your health or your finances or both. Health-wise, I mean something like taking too many vitamins or taking, because I'm not really sensing like drugs, like, you know, escapism drugs, more so something like medicine, maybe taking too much medicine or, because I'm seeing some sort of group discussion here. And this is something like a private conversation. It's about starting something from the ground up. There's something that you discuss with someone at some point or time. Now, the only other thing, I don't know about your friends or the type of people that you hang around, but it could also represent someone who is planning to do something that is not necessarily illegal, but like maybe making money under the table or, you know, just something like that. And again, it doesn't have to be, but it's somewhere along the lines of that, or lying about finances. And I mean, sometimes I don't know, you have to do certain things, forging documents so that you can get a loan, or, you know, yeah, this may also have something to do with starting some sort of new bank account. I don't know if it's in someone else's name, but there's something about it that could be a little underhanded. But there's some sort of discussion about how to go about doing it. Now, also, too, I'm feeling like there could be someone who's like a ringleader or someone who abuses their authority as well. I feel like you're like going to meet up with someone from your childhood. Someone's going to share some sort of secret with you. This is someone that you're very close to. You could have known them from college, childhood, or high school, but they're from your past. And I feel like you guys are talking about starting something together. And then here is the beginnings here. We have both the Ace of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. So this is something definitely creative. And it's a way to make a living. And also when this opportunity comes, with aces, these are opportunities. So it will be up to you to recognize them and to decide, do you want to take on these opportunities, because it's being offered to you from the universe. It's like, well, you know, here's the gift of creativity, spirituality. This also, I know, and again, we're not talking about your love life just yet, but this might tie into it. Someone from your past coming back, and it's an opportunity, and it's a physical attraction, and it's a way to kind of start off like a new relationship. But if it is not something dealing with love and romance, then this is definitely, I feel like you're talking about starting something new with a friend. So I do feel like you're going to really be focused on your money in August. I feel like you're really going to be focusing on something. I don't know if it's something that a hobby that you have, but I feel like you're developing some sort of skill. You're doing something on an everyday basis, and it's slowly growing your money, and you're going to start to see how things can work. You're going to be able to start to make plans. You're also going to have two options available. Something may have to do with moving, or something that's far away from you, some sort of choice that you're making or have decided upon. And two, with justice here, there is the possibility of dealing with a Libra. If not, this is talking about some sort of negotiating or legal documents, I should say. But I do think there is some sort of negotiation taking place. I feel like you're being undecided. You want to make sure that you're investing your money into the right thing, and your money and your time. You're like, I'm making an investment here. This is very important to me. I don't feel like you're going to rush into it. Like, you're very passionate about it, and it becomes clear to you what direction you need to go in, but you're going to take your time, because it does include either court documents or legal documents with, you know, the signing of papers and making things fair, making sure that you have crossed every T and dotted every I. Yeah. Let me pull one more roll in regards to your finances. Come September, I just still feel like you're really focused and determined. By this point, you're very being driven by your will and your passion, and you're not really letting anyone get in the way of you. I feel like you're going to have victory. I feel like you're going to have clarity. There may be some sort of communication with you in an air sign. That could be a Libra, Gemini, or an Aquarius. Or you're thinking about this person. But I feel like this air sign gives you a lot of support, or they give you a lot of guidance, because I feel like whatever this person says to you, they stroke your ego. They give you the courage to keep going, to keep moving forward. So I don't know if this is someone like a girlfriend or your mother, or but it's an air sign woman. She's very intelligent, and the things that she says gives you optimism and gives you encouragement to keep moving and to keep going forward. I feel like you're being encouraged, or like you go to this person for encouragement. There's also something that you're going to be resisting as well, or controlling. I feel more so it's like just kind of staying level-headed and trying not to let something go to your head. Like you're like, I'm not going to let this blow my ego up, or, you know, so you're just kind of controlling. I feel this has more so to do with controlling your ego and just making sure that you stay level-headed. All right, so let's see what's happening in your love life. As far as, let me see something really quick for you. Let me just try to clarify something for you as far as the career field that you'll most likely enter. As far as the career field, I feel like it's going to be something that is unexpected. You may resist it at first, and then you're going to fall in love with it. So I'm not quite sure what that is talking about. I was trying to see if I could get some more clarity on the type of career, and I got the Tower. And the only thing that is telling me that it's something that you're like totally unexpecting. I mean, you're not expecting whatever this is. It's going to take you by surprise. I feel like something's going to be revealed to you. When it does happen, also, I feel like it's going to bring out your real friends. Like your enemies are going to be exposed, or people who tried to sabotage your career, that's going to be exposed. But I overall feel like you're going to still have victory over that situation. All right, so let's focus on your love life. And just bear with me as I shuffle, Terronald. Almost done here. I just want to make sure I'm giving a really good shuffle here. It's interesting for love. Let's see. Oh, there's the Tower again. So it must be really important that. Let's see. I feel like something is or has recently been revealed to you during meditation or during prayer or during your sleep. I feel like something really kind of took you by surprise or is about to, like, I all of a sudden, all this information overload, messages. I don't know if you feel like maybe messengers visit you or have visited you during sleep. If you feel that way, they have. Because I feel like something was revealed to you. I feel like you had some sort of realization about something. And maybe you had to kind of take a step back and just really see what that meant. Because as far as your love life, for the first card to be the Hierophant, this is talking about some sort of spirituality, or I don't know why I want to say anointed, but there is a possibility that you have come to some sort of realization about your spiritual path. And I don't know if you're feeling like you need to make a vow of celibacy or something. I mean, just something that you feel that you need to do or something. If this is not talking about celibacy, then this could also be talking about, or spirituality, then it could be talking about some sort of commitment. I don't know if you have realized that you have some sort of gift. And I think I mentioned that earlier. Some sort of gift of intuition. Because I feel like a secret has recently been revealed to you. And I feel like even more is going to be revealed to you. More secrets. There's something that I feel like you are keeping to yourself. It's like, this is my private thoughts. This part is a secret. I'm holding something back. But the truth with the Sun, this is coming out. The truth is still coming out. Being open and honest. The Sun is truth to me. It's about having this exposure. You may be challenged by your spiritual beliefs. Something that you are taken aback by. I'm feeling like, I don't know, like you're feeling challenged maybe because dealing with something that has to do with your spiritual beliefs. And I feel like either you're going to be sharing your truth with everybody, or sharing it with your circle of friends, because I see you going out and socializing, or someone is going to be asking, can you tell the truth? Either you're going to be sharing your truth with someone, or someone's coming to share their truth with you. But something is definitely coming out into the open. This is a sense of exposure and liberation, being set free, just being out and open and honest with how you feel and who you are. I feel like you're being given a gift. You're receiving some sort of gift as well. You're going to become more emotionally balanced once you come to this realization, or once you're honest with yourself, or honest to your circle of friends. I also see you possibly asking someone out on a date, or someone coming out and asking you on a date. And now for the month of, first off, you're having so many major arcanas when it comes to your love life. You've got the Tower, you've got the Hierophant, you've got the Moon, the Sun, And then down here, this whole row is major arcana. So now we have the Star, Empress, Death, Moon, Strength. So that is telling me it's going to be some major shifts, major things happening in regards to your love life. This is being open and vulnerable here, and especially being over the Hierophant. This is unconditional love. This is sharing your truth, sharing secrets. Like, you give back to the universe by being open. This is being open and not expecting anything in return. It's just giving and giving and putting your energy out there. I feel like when you become open and vulnerable, there is someone that's going to find that very attractive. With the Empress here, this is about having comforts in your life, having beauty and luxury. This is being confident about who you are and how you look, and just overall just making yourself more appealing. But with that, I do see something that is ending. Now, too, this Empress could represent your mother. Especially being on top of the High Priestess here. I think I called this the Moon earlier. I meant High Priestess. But yeah, this figure could represent your mother. I don't know if there is any trouble with your mother, the relationship that you have with her. Or baby's mother, something like that. But I feel like something comes to an end, like abruptly. And when this happens, it sends your anxieties going haywire. Like you, I don't know, it's going to throw you off. I feel like you're becoming over emotional about something that comes to an end. It doesn't, again, necessarily have to be a person. Could be some sort of relationship that you have with someone close to you. Also, the Empress is about some independent woman or independent business, or, you know, having your own business. So I don't know if, and about creativity. So I don't know, it's something about that. Like, if you were developing your own business, I don't know if it comes to an end or something. Or again, if you cut off contact or communication with someone. But when that happens, it does cause you to become a little emotionally overwhelmed and imbalanced. You may suffer from a little bit of anxiety. Now, on a spiritual side, again, I don't know how intuitive you are, or if you do have some sort of gift. This also kind of tells me that someone from the dead visits you and speaks to you. It could be waking state or in your sleep, or like discovering that you're a medium and that you can hear the dead, but it confuses you because you don't know where this is coming from. You're like, well, why me? Nobody in my family, you know, has any of these abilities. So why suddenly am I able to have the gift of speaking and hearing from the dead? You know, so something on that level spiritually could be happening to you. If not you, it could be someone around you. And I feel like you're going to be really resistant towards, like you're trying to refrain from what you're witnessing or what you're experiencing. There's also these phobias or these fears that kind of resurface that you don't want to discuss or talk about. And when you're faced with it, you just immediately just kind of change the situation to something else. You know how to change the subject or redirect the attention that you're getting to something that you normally do, and you're very good at it. You have a high level of strength and authority, and you're able to control your desires. If there's some sort of desires that you're having that you have a deep fear about, you're controlling them, like big time. Let me check one more row here for you. So come July, I feel like you're walking away from a situation. There might be a little feeling of loneliness, or feeling like you have no one to confide in or talk to, or feeling like no one understands you. And I feel like you're going off on your own path, even though you don't really want to. But I feel like when you do that, you're going to come out on top. You go from feeling low to extremely high. And you're going to feel like on top of the world. You're going to have a lot of confidence. And that confidence is going to lead you to having that emotional fulfillment that you're looking for. So I do see the possibility of you walking right into a relationship and starting a relationship with this person. And this could be an earth sign woman. Could be... what do you call it? Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. This person may already have children or family, or be living with family. But I feel like you're being led to you, or this journey is leading you and her to be together. There is going to be some sort of genuine connection between you guys. It's a spiritual connection as well. With the Temperance here. This is, this is spiritual, having a spiritual conversation. It's just when I see Temperance for relationships, this is like one of my favorite cards, because it's just so peaceful. It's two people who completely get each other. It's more than just physical. It's a spiritual level. It's emotional. It's deeply emotional. And it also shows like a good sex life for me. Temperance is a very good sex and relating on many different levels with another person. So I hope this has helped. If you have any questions, you are allowed to ask one clarity question, but your clarity question has to be in regards to something that I already laid out in the cards. Like if it was something I said that you weren't clear about, it's not... an entirely brand new question that requires another reading, and I just need to make that clear for some of my clients. So I hope I'm not sounding harsh when I say that. But otherwise, I really thank you for hiring me, and many blessings to you.